Viktor Orbán has just detonated a political bomb in the heart of Brussels, and the shockwaves are tearing Europe apart. This is no longer a disagreement. This is the sound of the European Union grinding to a halt. On live television, the Hungarian Prime Minister didn't just reject Ukraine's plea to join the EU, he humiliated it. Orbán accused Kiev of blackmail and stripped away the illusion of sovereignty with one brutal sentence. If your army, pensions, and bureaucracy are paid for by others, you are not independent. That statement alone sent panic through every Western capital. But the real crisis wasn't rhetorical. It was strategic. At the center of the storm lies the energy pipeline, the silent artery keeping Central Europe alive. When Ukraine threatened that supply, Orbán saw it as an act of aggression. To Hungary, this wasn't diplomacy. It was strangulation. Orbán responded instantly. No EU membership, no financial support, no silence. Brussels froze. The European Union suddenly realized something terrifying. One country can stop everything. Hungary pressed the veto again and again. Sanctions stalled. Funding delayed. Accession talks frozen. Ukraine's EU dream didn't slow down, it collapsed. But here's the truth Brussels doesn't want admitted. Orbán isn't alone. Behind closed doors, leaders across Europe quietly agree Ukraine is too expensive, too unstable, and too risky to absorb. They just don't want the headlines. So Orbán takes the blame. He becomes the villain so others can hide. And he shields his position with something Brussels can't attack: minority rights. 100,000 ethnic Hungarians in western Ukraine. Language restrictions. Forced conscription. Lives lost. Attack Orbán, and the EU looks like it doesn't care about minorities. Brussels is trapped. Then came the final nightmare. Donald Trump returned. Reports of a heated confrontation with Zelensky leaked, and suddenly Hungary wasn't isolated anymore. Washington's tone changed. Energy security mattered. NATO allies mattered. The axis shifted. Europe is now split into three camps: pro-war elites, populist rebels, and a terrified middle watching the system crack. The EU's greatest flaw has been exposed: unanimity. One man said no, and no one could stop him. Ukraine's timeline is shattered. Europe's unity is an illusion, and Brussels is no longer in control. This isn't a delay, it's a breakup. The question now isn't whether Ukraine will join the EU, it's whether the EU will still exist to reject them.